Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Jabra. Are you all hearing me? Hello? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Jabra. Thank you all for being here tonight. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, friends, partners, supporters of the René Moawad Foundation. I would like to say first that I was so much looking forward to being with you tonight, and I made the impossible to try to be with you over there in Washington, D.C., because I know how important your presence is, your support is. But as you know, in a few hours, we have another session to try to elect a president in Lebanon. And besides being a candidate myself, I'm first and foremost a member of parliament. And I think that you would agree that my first duty is to lead by example and to show all the Lebanese that what we need to do first and before everything is to elect a new president, because whatever we are all doing for Lebanon, nothing can replace the building of state institutions, reforms needed, government in Lebanon. We can all help, but nothing can replace the state. And that's why I chose to stay here, to be tomorrow in parliament, and to try to elect a president that would initiate change and initiate those reforms. So thank you for your understanding. And I'm really very, very sorry to be with you tonight, only virtually in this, from Beirut, from Lebanon, where we are somewhere between late at night and early morning. I would like to say that you all know where Lebanon is today. Dr. Jabra has said a little bit about it. We are living a real nightmare. More than 80% of the Lebanese people are under the line of poverty. People every day are having their dignity killed, really. People cannot buy any more bread, cannot eat, cannot have access to medicine, cannot have access to schools, cannot have access to education, do not have any more jobs, are ready to die because they're trying to flee Lebanon on boats and dying on the Mediterranean. This is where the Lebanese people are today. A few days ago, I was condolencing the family of a little girl called Maggie Mahmoud in Tripoli. That little girl died, not because she was ill, not because of a heart attack. She died because she went into mourning like every morning to a public school in Tripoli, and the ceiling of that public school fell on her and on her classmates. She died, and her other classmate miraculously made it and stayed alive. Maggie Mahmoud's case is not an exception. This is happening every day in Lebanon. People dying because of lack of infrastructure. Just in Tripoli, I discovered after the death of Maggie Mahmoud, I discovered that 7 schools are on the verge of collapsing. I discovered that 400 homes, 400 families living in homes are on the verge of collapsing. Maybe now that we're talking, if there's a little bit of rain, they will have their home collapsing on them. Why? Because today, the state whole budget of Lebanon, the budget of the government of Lebanon has fell from $18 billion 3 years ago to less than $1 billion today. So now the whole state, the whole government, to keep on Lebanon and all its infrastructure, education, hospitals, army, ISF, and others is only $1 billion. And you can imagine what that does mean. What does this mean to the soldier that is still here protecting our security, that is getting around $100 a month? What does this mean to every Lebanese in terms of electricity? And I would like to say tonight that although we are living, as I told you, a nightmare, although the Lebanese people are really suffering, they are sometimes eating from bins. They have no access to their money. There is one thing we are blessed with, is our diaspora. Because even if we were impoverished, I can tell you that without the Lebanese diaspora, in the US, in Europe, in the Arab countries, in Australia, in Africa, in South America, and all over the world, we would have been today not only impoverished, we would have been today hungry, dying of hunger. Without your help to your families, to your villages, to your country, through NGOs, sometimes directly, without the $7 billion of remittances that you are sending, without what you are doing, going and coming back to your home country and to your homeland, we would have been really in a much, much worse situation. That is why, in the name of every Lebanese living in Lebanon, I want to tell you, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being the true Lebanese. We want Lebanon to be like you and like the successes you have written all over the world. That is why tonight I feel blessed by your presence at our RMF USA Gala. That is why, you being the cornerstone of Lebanon's survival, I would like to I am having the pleasure of honoring the Abi Najm family for their outstanding community service. I would have liked to be with you, honoring you over there. George and Danielle Dow for the distinguished lifetime achievement. We're really proud of you. And Darren Lahoud, Congressman Darren Lahoud, and Senator Jean Shaheen for the Public Service Award. Thank you all for what you are doing for Lebanon. I would like to say that our battle is really to give to the Lebanese people the opportunity of succeeding in Lebanon, like they have succeeded in the US and all over the world. This is the Lebanon we want to build together. Our battle as RMF is, and the challenge we have decided to rise for, is to defend human dignity in Lebanon, so that the Lebanese stay on their land. يبقى اللبناني بأرضه in Arabic. And for this, we have a very clear strategy built on two pillars. The first pillar is to support the most vulnerable through our healthcare programs. We have done in 2021, 21,000 services to 16,000 individuals, and we have reconstructed or revamped or restructured or supported 47 medical facilities, hospitals, dispensaries, and other medical facilities. We have also supported through food security, distributing more than 50,000 food boxes and 95,000 hot meals just in 2021. But yes, we need to support the most vulnerable because we need to be part of that safety net. We need to make sure that people are not hungry. We need to make sure that people have access to medicines, have access to hospitals. But we need also to make sure that we do not transform the Lebanese people into beggars, because the Lebanese people have never been beggars, never ever. We have always been entrepreneurs. We have always been a productive people. We have always been people with dignity, and we will never accept to become beggars. That is why our main pillar is not helping, is not only supporting, it's creating sustainability. It's building in a sustainable manner the capacity of the Lebanese people through education, through trainings, so that they can become a productive people and change their lives. This is how we have worked in developing local economies and developing with the help of municipalities, of local authorities, of local NGOs. And I need here to salute our main partner, USAID, and through USAID, the American people that are every year supporting the Lebanese people. Thank you to USAID and thank you to the American people. With USAID, we have developed one of the projects we have developed on over 10 years is the Baladi project, where we have worked in more than 160 municipalities, more than 15% of Lebanon's municipalities, changing the lives of people through projects related to renewable energy, through projects related to sustainable development. This is how also we are supporting agriculture. And thanks to RMF's work, today, more than 3,000 of our people, 3,000 farmers, are exporting their products for the first time to European and Western markets through our strategy of a value chain where we have linked the markets to the farmer. Instead of saying, this is what we're producing, let's see how we can sell it, we changed it and said, what can we sell and at what prices, and let's see how we can produce it. We have worked supporting SMEs and specifically with organizations like LIFE and like ATFL that we are also saluting. We have supported SMEs in Beirut after the explosion, and we have, and also through MEPI and USAID, and we have rebuilt 400 and re-equipped 461 SME in Beirut after the explosion. We did not only work on homes, we worked on production and on sustainable economy. And this is how we are working also on creating jobs all over Lebanon, from Akkar to Nabatieh and from Beirut to Arsal. The role of RMF USA has been pivotal throughout all these years. All what we have done was also in partnership with RMF USA, and I'm saluting our chairman, Dr. Joe Jabra. I'm also saluting our board, our executive director, and I'm saluting each one and every one of you because you are our partners. You have enabled us to be able to do our battle in Lebanon. RMF USA has started since 1993, and since then, they have been a solid partner thanks to each and every one of you. And I'm sure that together, us and you, thanks to your generosity, you have supported RMF with more than $1 million in 2021. We're almost there in 2022. Before tonight, we were at $760,000, and I'm sure that tonight you are going to do better than 2021 through your support, because we are in need of every dollar so that the Lebanese here stay on their land, so that we defend human dignity in Lebanon, so that we help the Lebanese by creating jobs and developing local economies. Your presence is essential, and your role is essential, and you are the cornerstone of the Lebanon of tomorrow. Together, we are going to build tomorrow's Lebanon, a Lebanon built on the capacity of its people, not on corruption and not on clientelism and not on transforming the Lebanese people into a people without dignity. We are not a people of a lesser God. Thanks to you, we are going to rebuild Lebanon. Thank you for everything you are doing. And I hope to see each one of you very soon. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And in the name of the Lebanese people, a big, big thank you. And yes, Dr. Jabra, Lebanon is the phoenix, and we will rebuild our country, because with such a people, there is no way we can let that country be destroyed. Thank you all for listening to me. And now I invite you to watch a video that is related to RMF's development programs and our special relationship with USAID. Thank you for USAID. Thank you to the American people. Thank you, ATFL. Thank you, Life. Thank you for each and every one of you. And see you very soon.